Hello, everybody. Welcome to Most Wanted Topics. I'm your host, Kevin the Tank. Along with me, per usual, is Atomic Tommy, everybody's favorite rock star here at Most Wanted Comics. And how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You know what?
Doing great.
We've chilled out. We've had a great. It is Memorial Day week, the kickoff to summer. And before we kick off and have all that fun, we want to take our part in making sure we honor Memorial Day.
That's right.
We want to remember those that have passed on and made the ultimate sacrifice, all the men and women in uniform that have served and gave their ultimate sacrifice so we could be here today doing this podcast and running our store and sharing capitalism and freedom around the world. And we just want to thank everybody and give our blessings to all those that have served and made the ultimate sacrifice. We do remember and honor you today, Memorial Day. And now it's time to kick off summer. And we have we have a lot to talk about.
We got some housekeeping items.
We do have some housekeeping items to go over. We are moving, everybody. We are moving, still staying in Bloomington, but we're going to move a little further west on Old Shakopee Road and France Avenue. So 3701 West Old Shakopee Road, France Avenue. And that is suite number 600 will be our store.
Yes.
We are in the strip mall. We are next to MGM Liquor, between MGM Liquor and LV's Barbershop. Mm-hmm. And right behind Perk's Kitchen. So it's a hopping area.
It is.
The parking lot is always full, so plan on parking and walking to our store. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to have it's a lively strip mall, and there's a lot of fun stuff going on. And hey, you can get your hair cut and get comics.
Yes, that is very true.
We're very close. So it's going to be a lot of fun at the new location. It's almost done being built out. Our goal, hopefully, is the second week in June to be open. Yes. But we'll keep you guys posted on the actual opening date. But as of right now, we just want to let everybody know, if you're planning your summer vacation, we are open during our move. So if you want to come to the old location and say hi to us, we're happy to say hi and talk to you guys, because we know we have some people that have planned their summer trips and want to come and see our store. And you won't see the old store in all of its glory, but you will still see us. And then if you are fortunate enough to come when we do the move, the new store is going to be absolutely fantastic. And we'll put pictures on the podcast too when we're done. And then we'll also do some live feeds from the new store as well. So yes, 3701 West Old Shakopee Road, and that is suite number 600 in beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota. Staying put, staying home, just a little further west, so we're not far away. We're still close to home for everybody, and we're looking forward to it, Tommy.
That we are. It's a big deal. We're very excited. I mean, to think it's been 3 years already since we first opened is crazy. It has not felt like that at all, but we are fortunate enough to be able to expand. We're very happy to expand given the amount of inventory we were able to get into our space.
Yeah, you're
already.
Right. Wow, we
take pride in that. I mean, people will tell us, "Man, you guys got a lot in here," and we say thank you because we did. It was a big effort. And to have a bigger space is a big deal for us.
Yeah, we do a lot with a little, and this space is a little bit bigger than the old one. It's going to be the same layout as we have now, just a little longer.
Yeah.
And
there'll be some changes.
There'll be some changes.
New stuff coming in.
Yeah, Tommy said it right. There's going to be some fun new stuff coming in, and we're going to still keep the store hopping. We're not going to stop doing guests and everything. Right. We are excited to have a little bigger spot to keep the events rolling. And who knows, we may do some other fun stuff down the road. But Atomic Tommy, I have to say, it has gone really fast.
It has.
And we are blessed to be, we love being in the community and serving the community. We're going to keep up all that stuff. And hopefully we're in a position to help even more. So we love what we do. We remember why we do it. And we're really looking forward to starting a new page in the history books of Most Wanted Comics.
That's right.
And we hope the next few years go just as good or better as the last.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here we go, Atomic Tommy. Let's kick off everything that's new as we gear towards a new start. We have to reminisce though, because summer's coming, and with Memorial Day kicks off summer, that means summer of blockbuster movies.
Yeah,
we got Superman coming out. And we have Marvel coming out with their biggest one, which is the First Family.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic
the
Four.
movie I am more excited about. I am way more excited for Fantastic Four than I am for Superman. That might be a hot take, but I, quite frankly, don't really care. I love the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four deserve a movie at this point way more than Superman does, and I am way more excited. And in the spirit of that excitement, we decided to revisit the original 2005 Fantastic Four movie, and we want to talk about that a little bit here today. I mean, it is a movie that came out in a time when superhero films were still pretty early on. I mean,
spoiler alert, everybody.
Pretty early on.
Chris Evans is not Captain America in this film.
Is not Captain America in this movie, and I really like this movie. I watch it fairly often. I think it gets a bad rap, but I also understand a lot of the reasons why people don't like this movie. Going back to why I'm more excited for 2025 Fantastic Four is because I'm really hoping that this is the time when we get a proper adaptation of the Fantastic Four that really leans into them being scientists, explorers, a family. Yeah, they fight crime. Yeah, they are superhero-esque and they do save people, but they're not dealing with Avengers-level threats. They're not only superheroes. I've said it before. One of the best adaptations put to screen of the Fantastic Four was in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes show. Those characters, yeah, they were heroes, but they were scientists first. They're a family first, and I really hope that the upcoming movie plays into that. And one of the reasons why I think people didn't like the original Fantastic Four movies was because they kind of missed that. The first one had, I think, a decent balance. You know, they were going for science. They weren't really setting out to be heroes. Their dynamic was pretty strong. And then they just ended up having to be superheroes. But it was very 2000s superhero movie. It still ended with the big fight. They didn't really know, these movies at the time didn't ever really know how to adapt a character like Doctor Doom. And as we learned in the second one, Galactus either. But I think it's a solid movie. The effects hold up. The effects in this movie, I think, are surprisingly good for the time that it came out in.
Yeah, the only time it really, really got cheesy was when the last Mr. Fantastic, I almost said Elastic Man. His arm stretched out to save the dude falling off the fire truck.
Yep.
So that was the only part that was awesome. But otherwise, the rest of his part, like where he comes out of the chamber and he just kind of melts down.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah,
that holds a. But yeah, there was a couple parts that were cheesy, but for the most part, you're right. The special effects held up. It was an entertaining movie. It was funny. Chris Evans really made that movie funny.
Yeah,
and I thought that's how as far as what they missed in the showing the family and all about science, though, I think Human Torch would be kind of the humorous one.
Oh, yeah. No,
the group.
They adapted every character very well. The casting was really good. And it did have a pretty decent balance between the three. It's just they never, I think, really play into it in the way that a lot of the most popular Fantastic Four stories really do, in that, they're exploring their science fiction stories. It's not just, oh, here we get our powers and now we're superheroes, right? Which is kind of the take and the approach that a lot of Fantastic Four media does take. And it's easy to do it that way. Again, it's not that they're not superheroes. It's just they're different. It's a different dynamic. But yeah, again, great movie. Holds up really well.
Nothing wrong with it. It's an entertaining film. It's funny. If you're just going for a good popcorn movie, you're not going to come out and say that sucked unless you really, really read every single Fantastic Four, which I doubt the people have at the pier. The movie sucked. You can't go into it like that, because then every Marvel movie is going to suck for you. But if you can take it for what it is and be entertained, it holds up. It's all right. I'm not saying it's an Oscar award-winning film. I'm just saying it's a good popcorn movie.
Yeah,
what can you say? And we're all looking forward. There'll be plenty of time to debate the new Fantastic, but it's going to be a summer blockbuster. We figured we'd kick off the ode to summer blockbusters with a past blockbuster, and it was fun to since Fantastic Four was coming, we thought 2005 version would be a good one to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now we got Superman coming out. They did the extended preview coming out, which gives us more insight to how the movie's going to be. Atomic Tommy, what's your take on the new Superman film coming out?
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. It's a very much wait and see thing for me. Again, I'm really not excited for it as other people are. Superman's not my favorite character. There have been more than a handful of Superman movies already. And I have a hard time being excited for a movie I know is going to be fairly similar to something I've already seen. And you could say that about Fantastic Four too, but I'd argue that because, again, it's looking like it's going to be a different kind of Fantastic Four movie and a different kind of Marvel movie. But no, I'm not going to sit here and poo-poo on Superman. I enjoyed Henry Cavill's portrayal, but it's time to move on, right? That was my take a while ago. It's my take now. I'm not going to be one of those people that just hates on it because it's not a Zack Snyder movie or it's not Henry Cavill.
Well, plus we give the benefit of the doubt. James Gunn does make some entertaining films.
He does. He's pretty good at what he does. I'm a little skeptical on some elements of it, like, the whole Justice Gang thing with Maxwell Lord and Hawk Girl and that. I really don't understand that. I'm very skeptical on that, but again, it's a wait and see kind of a thing. I really don't know how I feel yet about the suit. I'm still very up in the air about that. It looks good in some areas, looks kind of mediocre in other areas. Same thing kind of with the actor, right? But again, it's a wait and see thing. I don't know. It's another Superman movie, right? It's another Superman movie. We've seen it done before.
I'm super excited because it looks like Crypto has an extended role than just dragging him to the base.
Yeah,
the Fortress of Solitude. Because I don't care if it's portrayed accurately, but that Crypto looks like it's going to be fun for the movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I hope I'm excited for that part of the role because I like Crypto. I think that's going to be fun.
And here's kind of an interesting, I think, point to make about Superman, like the movie. This is very much a James Gunn film. I mean, in almost every way, especially with how they're putting in these characters. It is so like James Gunn to take, these very kind of C-D-list characters and put them in the feature film to try and get you to care about them in ways no other DC media anything has ever done before. I think it's absolutely hilarious, and I don't know if it's hilarious in a good or bad way yet, that we have, the engineer from the Authority on screen in a movie before we even know the casting for Batman. I think that's kind of funny. It's totally a James Gunn thing to do.
Yep, I love your takes, Atomic Tommy. Those are great takes, both on Superman and on Fantastic Four. It is definitely going to be a summer of blockbusters for superhero movies. I'm glad they're back, and I'm really glad Thunderbolts kicked off the pace of possibly a good line of movies because everyone was hoping so much that Thunderbolts didn't suck, and they didn't suck, and people liked it. So I think people are going into the summer with optimism. I think the summer blockbuster schedule is going to be great, and keep your fingers crossed everywhere. A lot more to talk about. So with that, let's talk about some comics real quick, and then we'll get into our shout-outs.
Yeah, I quickly wanted to address, why there hasn't been many comic book reviews talk lately. Like everything else in the hobby, right? There are up periods, there are down periods. And right now, for new comics, we are very much in a down period. I mean, these shelves are kind of bare with interesting stuff. I mean, I look at everything that's coming out, and it's tough for me to find things that I'm interested in, and it's tough for me to find things that I want to keep reading. It's not to say that it's not out there. We've been very vocal about our love for the absolute titles. But again, those are now really entering that phase that all comics enter at some point, especially ongoings, how long standing are they, right? How will they hold up going forward now that the honeymoon phase and all the hype around their debut has really ended? And what I'm seeing, Batman's still great, Wonder Woman's still great, Superman is waning for a lot of people, myself included. Martian Manhunter's cool, Green Lantern's pretty mid, and I still don't really know how I feel about Flash yet. So it's just the absolutes are great, but I don't want it to come to a point where I'm just talking about the same titles every week. And again, they really have to prove themselves now. And especially from things like from Marvel too, like the Ultimates are waning hard. All of the titles really just, it's tough for me to read. The X-Men stuff, like I'm pretty much done with regular X-Men. It's been pretty boring lately, and I don't want it to become unfun, and even Uncanny X-Men is kind of waning for me. And again, Justice League is still good. Ultimate Spider-Man is still okay. ASM is ASM. There's still Transformers and all that kind of stuff, but even then, again, I don't want to talk about the same stuff every week, and it's just it's getting tough. It's gonna be pretty slow, I think, until Chip Zdarsky comes out with Captain America. I think that's gonna be pretty fun in July. Battle Beast. I didn't talk about Battle Beast, and I kind of wanted to, but I'm gonna wait at this point until another issue comes out. Battle Beast is a nice little return to formula for the Invincible universe. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about kind of my state in new comics. I'm waiting for it to pick up again.
Summer's got a lot ahead of it. We have a lot ahead of us, especially with the move. But now you know what it's time for?
Shoutouts.
Shoutouts. Let's give out some shoutouts. Shout out to Matt and JD. Boys, we love you. Thank you very much. Dan, the amazing Spider-Man fan. Hey, we love you, buddy. Thanks for supporting us. That's and right. Jamie, thanks for supporting us as well. Caleb and David, a.k.a. Superman fan. David, looking forward to seeing you again, buddy, at the new shop. Mark, and hi, Mark, Aquaman fan. Hey, thanks for all your support coming in. We love seeing you every time you come in, everybody. And then Brian, and new Brian, and then Jeff, Ryan, Liz, Jim, Pat, of course, Jimmy the Sousa. I remember Jimmy the Sousa. I always got to remember Jimmy the Sousa. And then Larry and Dean, and then Rick and Melissa. Always our contingent. We love to have you guys on board. We have really, and Halvey. We want to say hi to the Halversons out there, so thank you very much. Hey, you know what else in the shout-outs? We want to thank everybody. You guys have been great with volunteering to help with the move and help get stuff. So we just want to say thank you to all of the fans at Most Wanted Comics, and we have the best customers.
We really do.
We have the best customers, and they're really caring, and we really do appreciate the heartfelt, and we feel it, guys. We really, really feel it. We want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your offer to help, because we will probably take you up on some of that coming up, because, as we get older, those long boxes don't get lighter. And so we're really looking forward to contacting you guys, those that have volunteered to want to help with that. We will probably utilize that, and we'll make it worth your while for doing that. So we just want to say thanks to all our customers. If you like what you see, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you follow along with it. And if you're planning to travel this summer, make sure you make Most Wanted Comics stop. I think you will. If you're a comic enthusiast who also likes nostalgia and collectibles and toys, I think you'll like what our shop has to offer. So make sure you put us on the roadmap. If you're coming to the Mall of America, we're just 7 minutes away, and I think you'll like to have an added stop there. So everybody have a great week. Enjoy your kickoff to summer, and we'll see you next week, everybody.